Great combination exercise if you're working out at home, you don't have much weight to use, maybe you can hold on to a couple of bottles of water, maybe not, is a squat-lunge combination. Now, one should not be lunging unless you have good stability, which requires good core control, strong knees and strong hips. Okay, so if you find when you try and lunge that you're all over the place and you're like, oy, 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 not a good exercise. But if you have a strong lunge already, this is a good one to do. So I want to go over the form of a squat and a lunge, and then I'm going to show you how you're going to combine them in this exercise, okay? I have another video on squats and lunges, but you know, if you can see, look at them, but I'm going to go over it here anyways. The squat is with feet shoulder width apart and toes pointed out about 10 to 15 degrees. Core is tight, meaning you can hit it and feel your abs are tight. Your chest is expanded a little bit, so your shoulder blades are pulled together and your head is just looking forward, okay? You're on your heels. Through this whole motion, whether it be the lunge or the squat, you're on your heels. Well, in the lunge, the back foot, you're up on your toes, but the front foot, you're on your heels, okay? That really helps you activate the glutes. Good exercise for the glutes, quads, hamstrings, both of them, okay? From the side, the squat. Here, my spine is straight, it stays straight, okay? I'm looking at the ground now, I'm not cranked back like this, okay? And I'm not slouched over, looking down too far either. When I move, my knees and my hips move at the same time, okay? So, I'm gonna breathe in, out, avoid the knees moving and then the hips moving, or the hips moving and then the knees moving, okay? So it's everything at the same time, and then breathe out. One more thing that I want you to pay attention to, when you squat, make sure that your knees are following your toes, okay? If your knees are coming in like this, you may need some remedial exercises or some stretching, so your trainer can assess that. So that's a squat, and then a lunge, all right? With this, we're doing a reverse lunge. So the squat, lunge, lunge is going to require 2 reverse lunges after you squat. So let's go over what a reverse lunge looks like from the side. Everything else is the same as I described with the squat. Your core, your shoulder blades, your neck, where you're looking, everything's the same. And all you're going to do from here is you're going to step back on your toes, but staying on your heel, the front foot, you're going to come down till you're almost at the ground, and then come back up. You can do the same thing on the other side. You breathe in as you go back and down, out as you launch up. So mentally, the cue is, I want you to think about driving your knee down and then driving it up, okay? So that your upper body stays straight up and down, okay? And it doesn't bend forward. So I'm not going down like this as I'm going down. Neither am I moving backwards or forwards, okay? After I step out and I start going down, my body stays in the same position, all right? From the front. And this is how you know whether you have a strong lunge. You can watch yourself in the mirror, video yourself. If you have any wobbling from side to side, any instability, certainly if there's any knee pain or hip pain, don't do it. Call your trainer, talk to your trainer, get an alternate exercise prescription. But if all is well, you have a strong core, and you're not wobbly on your lunges, and your knees are okay, your hips are okay, you're good to go. So here's what it looks like. See how I'm coming straight at you? I'm straight away from you, straight at you, okay? I'm not wobbling and all that sort of stuff. So what's a squat, lunge, lunge? You're just going to combine it all. I'm going to do it on an angle and show you, okay? So first is a squat, step back, lunge, step up, lunge, back up, squat. Here's the one thing you have to watch out for, okay? The lunge generally has a narrower stance. Squat has a shoulder width stance. The tendency for people to do is to do this, okay? So they'll squat. The first squat will be fine, shoulder width. They'll step back and lunge, good. They'll step back and lunge, good. Then they step up with their feet close together and they try and squat here and everything's tight and they can't really do it. So make sure after you do your second lunge back up that your feet land shoulder width apart. So squat. Lunge, lunge, shoulder width, squat, okay? So here's what it looks like, a few reps in. 2 reps, okay? Now my knees touching the ground on these, I actually don't want that. I want it right above the ground, okay? I'm being a little sloppy in my form. That's into the 4th rep here. And that completes the 4th rep. So a lot of pressure, a lot of tension on the quads and the glutes and the hamstrings, okay? So it's like a squat, then a lunge, and then a lunge. You're under tension for a long period of time. It's a great exercise, especially when, like I said, you're at home, you don't have much weight to use. Your set is elongated, and you have a lot more tension going on, so it's a good way to get a workout without the weights that you might get in the gym, okay, for your lower body. All right, so squat, lunge, lunge.